Wrestlers must take risks early in their careers and accept almost any character or storyline that is placed upon them. After all, this is basically the entire point of promotions such as NXT and what the indies are for. No wrestler is given instant power like Hulk Hogan or John Cena when they first debut, since that comes after reaching a top spot. Quite a few legendary performers had difficult starts that could have harmed their careers forever. Infamously, Stone Cold debuted as the Ringmaster without a top hat, and The Rock debuted in blue and without any Versace or sunglasses. However, they were able to bounce back and bet on their own talent, winning out through history. The names involved worked for WWE and other promotions to build up their reputations back up to before they became a major force in the industry. Respect had to be earned for the following wrestling stars who had embarrassing early careers. Welcome to Honor Wrestling Club, and here are the 10 worst gimmicks that absolute megastars had to suffer through. Welcome to the club. In number 10, we have Kevin Nash, as his first run in WCW almost ruined his entire career. The early chapter of Kevin Nash's career in WCW featured him playing a couple of embarrassing gimmicks actually. Vinny Vegas became a parody of a mobster henchman trying to use his size to find success before he was known, and not even a good parody of the mob like Tony D'Angelo. Oz didn't help anymore as Nash played another embarrassing character based on a wizard from the Wizard of Oz stories. WWE signing Nash changed his career for the better as he played Shawn Michaels' bodyguard Diesel and then became a main eventer within a few years. At least when WWE did movie-based gimmicks, they were only usually 10 to 20-year-old references. The Wizard of Oz came out in the bloody 30s. In number 9 we have Drew McIntyre, as being the chosen one, flopping that really hurt him. The start of Drew McIntyre's career featured him having a tough learning experience after getting a huge push as Vince McMahon's chosen one, and then flopping in that role. WWE had no idea what to do with McIntyre after and barely had him in any credible roles again during that tenure. McIntyre became a comedy character in the three-man band faction with Heath Slater and Jinder Mahal, 2/3 of which have become WWE champions. There's still time for Heath, come on Heath! Despite trying his best to provide entertainment, it provided more embarrassment before his release in 2014. McIntyre would become a star after getting fired following stints in promotions such as TNA and WCPW, and after seemingly burping his way around the indies, WWE gave him a chance to return, and he became the star he was destined to be. In number 8 we have The Miz, as his hosting duties was extremely embarrassing. The Miz had dreams of becoming a WWE superstar which went all the way back to his time on the real world reality TV series on MTV. WWE hired The Miz after he spent some time on the independent circuit hosting and trying to get his foot in the door, and even appeared on Tough Enough. Unfortunately, there was not enough trust in The Miz to wrestle right away, and it led to a different role. Miz debuted as the host of each week's Diva Search contest segments. Negative memorable moments like forgetting the phone number or stalling on live TV could have ruined his career if he didn't work hard to become a legend. In number 7, we have Raven, as he survived bad gimmicks before finding his feet in ECW. Most people tend to ditch the jorts and leather jackets as they grow older. However, Raven, ever the counterculturist, did it in reverse. Wrestling fans loved the Raven character and viewed him among the most underrated names from the 1990s. Raven deserves credit for overcoming negative scenarios such as Johnny Polo and Scotty Flamingo characters early in his career. Cheap heel gimmicks didn't work enough to give him a long-term role in either WWE or WCW before he was able to land his dream character in ECW. The character became ECW's top heel and led him back to WCW, where he proved that he could succeed on a big stage. That's so Johnny Polo. In number 6 we have The Big Show, who was embarrassed in WCW with the Andre's son story. Hulk Hogan came up with the ridiculous idea of having Big Show debut under the gimmick of being Andre the Giant's son in WCW. Just another one of the many silly things that Hulk Hogan has said. The Giant was the new name given to him, but there was no real life association with the late Andre, and the idea came off tacky for that reason, and quite distasteful given that Andre had only been dead for 2 years by that point. A terrible feud between Hogan and the Giant made the latter look foolish multiple times in the first chapters of his career. Doesn't help that his first match was interrupted by the Yeti. Big Show has admitted he felt way more comfortable once WCW stopped referencing him as Andre's son and allowed him to start having his own identity. In number 5 we have Cody Rhodes, who left WWE after hating the Stardust gimmick. The first tenure of Cody Rhodes had ups and downs along the way in WWE. Positive moments included Cody having many big matches as part of Randy Orton's Legacy faction and having that mustache, but he was always a sidekick and even felt secondary to Ted DiBiase Jr. at the end of the Legacy run. A failed push, feuding with former partner Damien Sandow, and his eventual pivot to the Stardust character each provided some embarrassment. Rhodes became so embarrassed by Stardust that he requested his release and started his ascension outside of WWE and even formed his own promotion before his big return. In number 4 we have Dolph Ziggler, who managed to survive 2 early ridiculous gimmicks. The early portion of Dolph Ziggler's career could have easily ruined many talents' careers. Ziggler initially debuted as Chavo Guerrero's golf caddy when WWE had Chavo playing the offensive and insulting gimmick Kerwin White, because why would you want to cash in on that surname? Chavo's run ending with that character led to Ziggler having to head back to developmental and getting called back up with the Spirit Squad. WWE began to push them hard, but the male cheerleading gimmick limited them. Ziggler was the only member of the 5 wrestlers to have a successful WWE career by overcoming the gimmick, after they were sent back to OVW. To be fair to the Spirit Squad here, they actually were important to Ziggler's story with The Miz in 2016, so some good did come from them. In number 3 we have Lita, which was a rare case of Paul Heyman booking someone badly. Lita had the unique instance of having a bad character in ECW and having a better creative direction in WWE. Paul Heyman did see something special in Lita, to be fair, and to make ECW her first big break, but the promotion rarely had women's matches and it meant she had to play the role of a manager. Miss Congeniality became a tacky gimmick for Lita to essentially take part in eye candy segments as Donnie Doring's love interest. WWE thankfully came calling early and instantly found a better role for her to have fun in-ring moments getting over with the audience, mostly alongside Team Extreme the Hardy Boys. In number 2 we have Triple H, who ditched his original gimmick and that helped him to break out. Hunter Hearst Helmsley was originally a rich, arrogant heel that was inspired by Vince McMahon's snobby neighbours. WWE pushed Helmsley in the role, but he often found himself in embarrassing scenarios, feuding with the Garbage Man and a pig farmer. The hog pen match against Henry Godwin remains among the most embarrassing match stipulations ever. It's no crybaby match, but it's still horrific. Triple H even got punished during this time after the click curtain call, and this led to having more bad moments and losing his planned King of the Ring victory. DX launched the next year and the gimmick traits slowly began being removed, and this finally helped Triple H get over to a higher extent and then become the most powerful man in wrestling. In number 1, it's gotta be Kane! As WWE gave him multiple all-time bad gimmicks. Glenn Jacobs managing to find success with the Kane character is still an incredibly admirable story after he failed badly in several previous roles. Genuinely, the only wrestler to have had more crap gimmicks than the Devil's favourite demon is Brutus Beefcake. Isaac Yankem DDS is probably the worst one, provided him with a chance to get on WWE television as Jerry Lawler's evil dentist. Not even a feud with top star Bret Hart could get this woeful gimmick over. He was DDS as well, not even DMD like Britt Baker. Another chance came when WWE had Kane playing the role of fake Diesel upon advertising that Diesel and Razor Ramon would be returning with new performers playing them, because this just insulted the fans, wrestling's not Doctor Who. The Kane character finally gave him a chance at real success as he began to feud with The Undertaker in a huge angle. And let's not forget about the Christmas creature, which, for fun fact, was made by the Big Red Machine's Big Red Mum. Thanks for that, I hate it. And that's our list, so what do you think? What's the worst failed gimmick from Megastars? Let us know in the comments section down below. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to click the thumbs up button and click the subscribe button if you are new around here. That's all for now, so I'd like to thank you for watching, and welcome to the club. See ya!